What's up guys, it's Gaz, welcome to another Warframe video, and I know that I said I had a endurance Kuva disruption video planned for today, but once I started working on that video earlier today guys, I found that there were some bugs that were making it where the video was not going to be as helpful as I could possibly make it, so I'm actually going to wait at least a couple days to see if DE ends up fixing any of the bugs that I'm encountering that are making it basically impossible to make the video for you guys. So one of those bugs is I can't spawn all the Demolists in the Simulacrum, and a couple other things beyond that. So, yeah, we'll wait a couple days on that one. But until then, guys, we got the Acceltra video for you today. I'm going to show you the the primary weapon that was brought with Gauss, and I'm going to give you some information on it and tell you why it's really good. So, let's go over it really quickly. So, we have this Mastery Rank 8 fully automatic primary weapon, which uses rifle mods. It's got it costs 240 plat from the market. It's got 32% critical chance, 2.8 multiplier. Those are some of the best critical stats on any primary weapon that's like a rifle in the game. We got 12 fire rate, really good fire rate, high fire rate, 48 round magazine, 2-second reload. The reload is actually faster while you are sprinting with this weapon, so keep that in mind. It also has 6% stash chance, which is pitifully low, extremely low stash chance. One of the major downfalls of this weapon is the low stash chance. And then our damage types are impact, puncture, and slash, with slash being the lowest and puncture being the highest. Okay, so you're not going to be getting much slash procs out of this thing with that really low stash chance and that really, really low slash value. So the way you guys will get this weapon if you don't buy it from the market is you actually farm the Uranus disruption node. It's the infested one, and it will drop from the Demolist on that planet. It's like a 1% drop chance, so good luck. The wiki says it's expecting about 80 kills on that Demolist to get the blueprint to drop. But yeah, let's get into the build first, and I'm going to show you guys this thing is actually extremely powerful even without a Riven. We do have a Riven we'll be showing in the video, but for right now we're just going to show it with the no Riven build, and we're also going to have some gameplay of a Kuva Flood with that Riven as well. So this is the build I'm going to recommend to you guys. You can put Hunter Munitions on here if you want to, and because this thing has extremely high critical chance. With our Point Strike on here, we have 80% critical chance. With Vital Sense, we got 6.2 multiplier, very, very high. And then Heavy Caliber really doesn't affect the accuracy on this thing very much, so I'd recommend that one as well. And we're doing 290% Elementals with Corrosive. Okay, also Vigilante Armaments. Since we're getting so many crits, the Vigilante bonus, which will enhance our yellow crits to orange crits, sometimes is really, really nice. So the way this thing works, guys, is actually it shoots like bullets, and as long as the bullet goes for 7 meters or more, it will actually turn to an explosive bullet. So we just shoot it really close, it's doing nothing. The bullets are going right into the ground. If we were to fire it 7 meters, so let's see how far away this is, that's 16 meters, the bullets start exploding. So they have a 3-meter radius on those exploding bullets, and they do full damage in the entire area. So the fact that they don't explode right when they're next to you makes this a lot more useful than the UG Prime, which was a weapon I was super excited for, that has explosive bullets. That's like a bow, though. Maybe they should add the mechanic of not self-arming until they're super far away to the UG Prime, right, guys? Alright, so here's a group of level 50 heavy gunners. We're not even gonna go for headshots here. We're just gonna like spray and pray into the middle of them and let the AoE take care of them. So, yeah, really, really nice, guys. It just cleared out those heavy gunners level 50 completely effortlessly. And yeah, I definitely can say that around this level, this thing completely dominates, and it's really, really fun to use. So, yeah, what you want to do is you actually want to make sure that you are being a little bit conservative with your ammo on this thing, but at the same time, it picks up 60 ammo per ammo pickup from like a corpse, if they were to drop rifle ammo, so you can be a little bit liberal about it. But as you notice, guys, we have like basically 100 rounds total for this thing. Another one of its big downfalls is the ammo maximum that this thing has. You actually have like 2 or 3 magazines in reserve when you use this thing, and that can be a downfall for some people. So, yeah, you might want to run a carrier just to be super safe on ammo, or, like I said, just make sure you're picking up ammo. It gets 60 ammo per drop, and that's enough. See, we just ran out of ammo there, killing these heavy gunners. We had like literally one more bullet and we were able to kill her. That's unfortunate. Alright guys, so yeah, 2 main issues with this thing are the really low stash chance, but don't worry about too much. And then we also have the low ammo pool. So let's switch out Vigilante armaments for Hunter munitions, and you can see how those slash procs look on those enemies. Since we're not really going for headshots right now, we're just like kind of like spray and praying in the middle. It's going to not be huge slash values, but since this thing crits very often, it will be pretty consistent slash procs, which can be nice. Alright, so let's take a look at these. Getting about 364 slash ticks on these guys. If we were to go for headshots, those would be much higher. But I think the way that you should use this weapon personally is just to spray and pray. You can actually fire this thing around corners. That's something I've been using a lot. But there are a couple things you need to be careful of, guys. So, like, if you're using a frame like Saren or Volt, where you're going to be running really fast when you use their second ability. So, for example, I'm going to use this right now. So, I'm running faster. You actually run so fast, you can run into your bullets and kill yourself. They arm within 7 meters, and you're going to be moving a lot faster than 7 meters per like second or whatever when you're using a special ability like Saren's Molt, or maybe if you're even bullet jumping forward. I'm sure you could definitely kill yourself very easily like we did just there. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. But on the other hand, guys, this weapon is extremely powerful. This thing is really good, and it currently has pretty good Riven disposition. At least as far as it appears, they don't nerf the Rivens for brand new weapons for like at least like 6 months, because the Fulman is really good, and it had good Riven disposition like since it came out, and it did not get nerfed in Wukong. So I'm expecting the Fulman Rivens to get nerfed with Atlas Prime, but I'm expecting the Acceltra to not be nerfed until like Nezha Prime or whoever's after Atlas. Okay, so the Riven we're working with right now, I'm just going to show you guys this one. We got Acceltra Acracon. This is plus critical chance and plus critical damage with no negative, and we're also running Viral and Hunter munitions on this build. I've been messing around with it a lot. I actually like Corrosive a lot in this weapon. That's why we have this Corrosive build, where we're using Vigilante armaments instead of Hunter munitions. But yeah, you could also put a 60-60 mod in here. You could potentially put that on here just to get our status chance a little bit higher, so we could proc that Viral, which is really nice with Hunter munitions. But then again, since it's only got 6% base status chance, guys, you're getting really low values like this. Like with all of our multi-shot, we only have 17% projected status chance on this screen. So we can try it out really quickly on this group of... Let's actually spawn in some Bombards instead. This is with a Riven right now, and then we'll be going over some Kuva Flood gameplay. I actually think that the Kuva Flood gameplay is much more useful than the Simulacrum gameplay for this weapon specifically, because you actually, like, the way you use this thing in mission... Oh, I shouldn't have used my 3 there. Let's just jump off the ledge. The way you use this in mission is it's pretty cool, actually. You can just, like, if you see like some enemies up ahead, you can just start firing it around the corner, and then they're going to be killed by the AoE. So really, really nice. When you're fighting nullifiers, though, guys, you want to be pretty careful, because since this thing has self-damage, if you're like praying at a nullifier bubble, the bullets can actually bounce off the nullifier bubble and kill you. That's happened to me quite a few times. So yeah, you need to be pretty careful with those nullies. These guys are only level 100. But we also have like no corrosive projection right now. I think I have growing power equipped. Yeah, so before we get into that Kuva Flood gameplay, I want to just buff it up super hard. We're going to put a stat stick Sentinel on, and we're also going to use Saren's 3rd and 1st ability with a Venom Dose build. So yeah, get ready for some damage right here, guys. It's going to be corrosive and viral on our weapon with Hunter munitions. And we also have a lot higher of the Vigilante set bonus now. So we've got the 20% fully. And we should be getting some red crits. Let's see how that goes. We'll bump them up to level 165. After I accidentally took them out of there. But yeah, guys, the Rivens for this thing are super expensive right now. I think it's like, the cheapest one I've seen is like 1.8. And that was for a complete garbage one on the first day it came out. I think that guy just like gave up on rolling it. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, pretty nice. Not even any armor removal on them. Let's put some spores on them. And yeah, it's pretty nice for spreading spores on Saren. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. That is mostly... This thing is raw crit too, so it's like, honestly, pretty impressive. Let's get into that Kuva Flood gameplay on Inaros with no damage buffing abilities, no corrosive projection. We're just tanky Inaros, and we're using the Acceltra with a Riven, and I'm using the Smina Kabat as well. So we've got a corrosive build on here, actually, with Vigilante armaments. And against the Corpus, not exactly recommended, to be honest. But some of those Grineer units are going to get wrecked by our corrosive build. Okay, so yeah, a couple things about this, guys. I would say that this might be the best part of the main line that came out. So we got Gauss, we got the Acceltra primary weapon, and we also got the Acarius pistol. And the Acarius pistol is decent, but my only problem with Gauss is that he is extremely selfish, basically has no place in any team, and I just don't see the point of him existing, really, besides being fun and cool. So, yeah, I'm not saying he's bad, but this weapon, I can see myself using this a lot. It's really fun to use. The fire rate's really good. It's got good damage, great crit stats. I don't know if you saw this with our Riven. You can get, like, we almost have a 10x critical damage multiplier on this thing, guys. If you compare this to, like, the Tiburon Prime is one of the only guns in the game with a better critical multiplier than this thing. So, yeah, as you can see right here, we're just, like, we see a group of enemies. I'm just firing bullets into it. If there's enemies in that group, they're probably going to die. A couple bullets, they're dead. This guy should die in, like, 2. I don't think I bothered with him. And, yeah, the amount of laziness you can have with this weapon really makes it stand out. Like, I can literally just, like, there's a group of enemies, fire like 10 bullets at them, that whole group of enemies is dead. As you can see, I'm just, like, selectively firing just for fun right now. I'm just, like, making this a semi-auto weapon, and it still works pretty well. So, yeah, I can definitely recommend this to you guys. MR8, and I'd say the Fulman is probably better overall, but this thing is a very different weapon to the Fulman. Obviously, the Fulman is good for, like, clearing a single hallway with, like, one shot. This thing can definitely hallway clear very, very easily, but at the same time, you know, the Fulman's silent, so it also has that going for it too. So, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Do you think the Fulman or this is a better weapon? I personally think that the Fulman is a better weapon, and the reason I'm comparing those two is because they're both, like, the most recent, like, mainline focused primary weapons that have really, really good stats, honestly, like pretty push stats as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, this is basically my replacement with the UG Prime. The UG Prime was extremely disappointing for me. I thought that was going to be, like, my main weapon for Nova going forward, because of the explosive bullets and all that, but the whole really easy to die thing, because the bullets basically chill and it's like setting a trap for yourself, that really killed it. So for me, with this one, this will be a new Nova weapon for sure. Get all those explosions going on, and it's just beautiful to see all the crits. Like, if you have a critical chance Riven, we have no negative on ours, and we have about 122, I think, crit chance it was. So, yeah, 20-something% chance to orange crit, and then with the Vigilante set bonus, that is a roughly 20% chance for those to become red crits, which just looks nice, honestly. So, as you can see in the video here, we actually do run out of ammo. I think well, we almost ran out of ammo. And then there's a nullifier bubble. Saw some red crits in there for about 9,000. And with that 12 fire rate, like, we have no fire rate mods in here. If we're shooting out 9,000 damage corrosive crit bullets on these Corpus, like, it's going to be much better against Grenadiers. So I definitely think that you guys should check this one out whenever you can get around to it. It might become your new favorite weapon. Honestly, everyone I've talked to so far, it just loves this thing. Like, I personally love it. I haven't talked to a single person that does not like this weapon yet. And yeah, the problem though is those expensive Rivens. I'd say wait maybe a couple months before picking one up if you don't want to waste plat. So yeah, guys, that is going to be about it. I actually just, like, took my time in this mission and just killed everything because it's so much fun to use this thing. And against an unarmored target, you're doing so much damage that, like, it's gonna tear them through, even with just a corrosive build, which I would not recommend. As you can see there, those bullets are bouncing off the nullifier bubble. Yeah, so you're not gonna really care about that as much on Naros. But for example, when I was playing Saren, if I had a bunch of those bullets bounce off the nullifier bubble and hit me, I just died. So yeah, you gotta be really aware of that. At the same time, though, it doesn't happen all the time, so just be cautious. I'm a little bit paranoid about it since it's happened to me like 2 or 3 times at this point. But yeah, I'd say probably the best, one of the best, if not the best, automatic rifles in the entire game. And if you're using someone like Ivara, who can buff critical damage or headshot multipliers with some of her augments and all that stuff, really, really potent. And yeah, I could say this is going to be like my Kuva flood weapon, probably. Just like general gameplay, like my Sortie Slayer, since the UG Prime is basically on the shelf permanently from now on. If they add the self-arming thing, like past 7 meters on the UG Prime, and like maybe like just remove the delayed explosion on it, I will start using it again. But until that gets changed, this is my replacement, guys. So hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, sorry about the no Kuva endurance stuff today. I need those bugs to be fixed so I can spawn those guys in the simulacrum, because I just want to have them level 165 off the bat, because we'll be testing for like level 500 plus, which is completely unnecessary, but you know, I just want to show you guys what works on those guys. And yeah, I want at least to just show you like what's going to one-shot these level 165 Demolists. So it's going to obviously like take like 3 or 4 shots at level 500. Okay, so see you in that video soon, guys. If the bug's not fixed tomorrow, we'll do an Acarius video tomorrow, and yeah, move on from there. Take it easy, guys. Peace.